Hey, boys and girls, let's put together a puzzle today. Okay, let's see. Let's put this one in. Can you guess what it's going to be so far? Alrighty, let's see. Oh, can you tell what that is? Oh, let's take away some more pieces. Oh, now you can tell. Of course, it's a house. Oh, what a nice house, too. Today's lesson is about John's vision of the holy city, the New Jerusalem. The difference between John's description of the new city and where they actually live. We're going to try to understand what figurative language is that's used by John. That means, you always hear somebody say, well, that literally happened, or this is literally. Literally means that what you say is exactly what it means, and figurative is more like poetic speech. Okay, so when you talk like in a poem and you describe things and compare something to another thing. So John does this to describe the new Jerusalem that God will create. Let's see. Wow. Today's lesson is called A New Place. And MOG and I are glad to see you because we're ready to start. August 14th, 2022 is the date of the lesson for number 11. And you are in Miss Kathy's class. Today's lesson, the lesson scripture is from Revelation, the 21st chapter, verses 10 through 21. The key verse says, the new city shone with the glory of God, and its brilliance was like that of a very precious jewel. Revelation, the 21st chapter, and verse 11. Now we are in Revelation again. Okay, it's prayer time. Bow your head, close your eyes, and if you're in class, you're going to choose a person to lead the prayer, or you just put your own prayer here today, okay? And stop the video and then start it up again when you're ready. Words to know, the first word is embed. That's to set firmly in a surrounding mass. The carpenter embedded tiles into cement. Foundation, the base on which something rests, specifically the supporting part of a wall, house, etc. Usually of like concrete and usually concrete, like most of our houses sit on a foundation. Is very important. At least some of it is partially under the ground and some of it sticks up out of the ground and you build your house on top of it. Our house's foundation had to be repaired. Gems is the same as jewels. The king's crown was embedded with the finest gems. Jasper, that's one of the gems in the Bible, a precious stone that was probably an opaque green quartz. Opaque means that you can't see through it. It's not clear. Jasper has always been my favorite gem. Do you know what your favorite gem is? Oh, most people know diamonds and rubies. Vision, that's something seen in a dream in this case. And this story is something seen in the dream, like or in a trance or something supernaturally revealed to, like prophets, like to a prophet. The book of Revelation describes John's vision of what will happen in the future. And we're going to look at from the source that's in your NIV Bible.
Revelation, the 21st chapter, verses 10 through 21. And he carried me away in the spirit to a mountain great and high, and showed me the holy city, Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, It shone with the glory of God, and its brilliance was like that of a very precious jewel, like jasper, clear as crystal. It had a great high wall with 12 gates, and with 12 angels at the gates. On the gates were written the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. There were 3 gates on the east, 3 on the north, 3 on the south, and 3 on the west. The wall of the city had 12 foundations, and on them were the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. The angel who talked with me had a measuring rod of gold to measure the city, its gates, and its walls. The city was laid out like a square, as long as it was wide. He measured the city with the rod and found it to be 12,000 stadia, in length and as wide and high as it is long. The angel measured the wall using human measurement, and it was 144 cubits thick. The wall was made of jasper, and the city of pure gold, as pure as glass. The foundations of the city walls were decorated with every kind of precious stone. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third agate, the fourth emerald, the fifth onyx, the sixth ruby, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, the 10th turquoise, the 11th jacinth, and the 12th amethyst. The 12 gates were 12 pearls, each gate made of a single pearl. The great street of the city was of gold, as pure as transparent glass.
Now remember, the key verse is the new city shone with the glory of God, and its brilliance was like that of a very precious jewel. Revelation 21st chapter, 11th verse. A new place is the name of, or the title of, our version from our lesson book today. In today's Bible verses, through a vision, an angel showed John a high mountain. The holy city of Jerusalem was coming down from heaven. It sparkled like a precious gem and was clear like a jasper, a pretty stone. It was surrounded by wide and tall walls with 12 gates, guarded by 12 angels. The names of the 12 tribes of Israel were written on the gates. There were 3 gates on each side: north, south, east, and west. The walls had 12 foundation stones with the names of the 12 apostles written on them. The angel had a gold measuring stick and measured the city, the gates, and the wall. It was a square as wide as it was long. Its length and width and height each equaled 1,400 miles. The walls were 215 feet thick. The walls were made of jasper. The city was gold and as clear as glass. The walls of the city were built on stone foundations embedded with 12 gems: jasper, sapphire, agate, emerald, onyx, ruby, chrysolite, beryl, topaz, turquoise, jacinth, and amethyst. The 12 gates were each made from a single pearl. The main street was made of gold, as clear as glass. Questions. What was the shape of the New Jerusalem? It had the same dimensions in length, width, and height. It was a square. What were the gates made of? Each gate was made of a single pearl. How many gates were in the walls of the city? There were 12 gates in the walls of the city, 3 on each wall. What was written on the fountain stones, or that should be foundation stones of the city? The names of the apostles of the Lamb were written on the foundation stones. All right, today's activity is point the way. Starting at a given letter, we're going to follow the directional arrows to locate the letter to be written on the dash. When all the letters have been found, write the letters formed by the letters in order on the lines provided at the bottom of the complete a message from today's lesson. For example, if you find the letter P, here it is, and then you go up one arrow, it says up, up, and then to the left. Up, up, and then to the left. You should find the letter V. So that's the same thing that's going to happen down here. All right, number one, we got C. 3 times up. Here's the C. 1, 2, 3. All right, the second one is, the first letter is S. So the second one is V. It's fine, V, there it is. We're going to go to the left, and then it says down and down. So the second letter is P. Number 3, M. Then the right 3 times. Find M. 1, 2, 3, and that means that the next one is A. And number 4, the O. We're going to go right, up, and left. See where O, right, up, and left. Wait a minute. Reverse. Okay, O, right, up, and then left. Okay. So that letter is R. Let's see. Number 5 is down, right, right. From the R. Down, right, right. It's K. So far we have S-P-A-R-K. Number 6, T, right, right, up. T, right, right, up is L. And number 7 is A, up, up, right. A, up, up, right. Then that letter is E. And then what is the last one? I'm going to let you figure it out. That's right, you found the J. And you go right 3 times, and you should end up with sparkled. And that is the answer for today's puzzle, is sparkled. The contemporary story and Ruby's lab.
Moving Woes. The contemporary story for August 14th, 2022. Crissie was a little upset. Her family had to move to a new city for her dad's job, and she was not happy about it. It seemed that they moved a lot, and each time it was harder. With his new job, Crissie's dad promised her that they would be staying for a good long while.
Hey, Chris. I know that you don't want to move again. But I think that this time we'll be staying for a while.
That's what you said the last time.
I know. But I think that you'll like the new place once you get used to it.
But I'll be leaving my friends behind. Again. It's just so unfair.
Crissie had a lot to think about as she helped pack up her room. She realized that her dad could not help that his job caused them to move so much. She thought about how she would feel if she did not have her parents or her brother. And she realized that she could adjust to a new place as long as they were all together. Why was Crissie upset?
Her family was having to move because of her father's job.
What did Crissie finally realize?
She realized that moving wouldn't be so bad as long as she had her family with her.
The end. Your family can be the voices for characters in a future contemporary story cartoon. To find out how, send an email to misskathyskids@mail.com. Put the word cartoon in the subject line.
Hey students, remember that you can record your voice singing the Ruby's Lab song and send it to me and I'll play it at the end of my video. Alrighty? Hello everyone, it's time for Ruby's Lab with me, Ruby. Hello everyone, Ruby here. Have you ever dreaded doing something only to find out that it was not as bad as you had imagined? That's what happens in today's story with Crissie. She was so busy dreading the move that she had forgotten about the most important thing, and that was that she would not be alone in facing it. She had her family. It's easy to get tangled up in our fears and our feelings and forget about the important things. Those things help us to have hope in a difficult situation. Everything works out with a proper perspective or point of view. Well, write to me about a time that you moved, or when you're feeling scared, or you're feeling happy. Talk to me at P.O. Box 74514, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Or, you can send it my favorite way, at rubyredpanda@mail.com. That's rubyredpanda. I said rubyredpanda, rubyredpanda@mail.com. Oh, I was trying to see how low I could go. Not very.
rubyredpanda@mail.com.
The lesson review from Revelation, the 21st chapter, verses 10 through 21. The key verse reads, "The new city shone with the glory of God, and its brilliance was like that of a very precious jewel." Revelation, the 21st chapter, and that was verse 11 of that chapter. So let's see. In Revelation, we learned that the measuring rod is used in the sense of something measuring up. So that's what the symbol of the angel with a way to measure the walls was. That is, meeting a certain standard that God has. So that perfect shape of the square, everything was even. On a square, things are even on every side. So the perfection of the perfection of this new Jerusalem is shown or represented in its square shape and its great beauty described by John because of the precious stones, all the precious stones. Do you remember some of those that were named? The streets of the city are like glass and as pure as gold. Even the angel's measuring rod was made of gold. The 12 gates referred to in Ezekiel, the 48th chapter, verses 31 through 35, are likely shadows of the gates in Revelation, the 21st chapter. Shadows mean like forecasting or telling about something that's representing something that is to come in the future. The good news is that there is no need for a temple or light because God is there. No need for a temple light. The use of the number 12 and multiples of 12 is symbolic. Oh, boys and girls, I love to see your artwork. Didn't you like that one? So you can turn in one like that too. You can have one emailed, have a picture of it taken, and email it to me. And you can mail it to me. Mail it to me to P.O. Box 74514, Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70874. Or you can email it to me at, oh, did I say that already? Mail it to me at Miss Kathy's Class at mail.com. And MOG likes to get his own emails. Oh my goodness. EMOGEE at mail.com also. And of course, you know what Ruby likes for you to do. And remember to send your voice singing her email song. And her email is rubyredpanda@mail.com. Of course. We'll see you later. That sounds like a plan because we love you. God loves you too. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Okay. See you next week, boys and girls.